Good evening. I have a disclaimer. Pam Grier is the star of this film. Pam Grier is the only good thing about this film. I'm in love with Pam Grier. Anybody knows who Pam Grier is in love as well. Now, on with the review. Yo, what's up? It's your boy from Blacktastic Media. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of My Point of View Movie Reviews. Today is another retro joint. In fact, it's the sequel to Blacula. Now, in 1973, a year later, they came out with a sequel to Blacula called Scream, Blacula Scream. Interesting title. And how the title ties in later is funny as hell. Well, this movie opens up right away. They're at this wake. This older woman has died and she's laying on this bedding. And there's a group of people there, and come to find out this lady was a voodoo priestess that passed away. I guess how does it work in these voodoo cults? You got to pass down to the next person who's going to be the next voodoo priestess, right? Well, she didn't assign a successor to her before she passed. But amongst the group of these voodoo people, there was one lady in particular named Lisa who had really strong roots in the voodoo community, and she had really strong powers. And she was the one conducting the wake, you know, saying the goodbyes, and she had a voodoo doll of the voodoo priestess, and they placed this in this little miniature coffin, and they closed it to, you know, summarize her living now and gone to another world in her death. There's one dude named Willis. He was the son of the woman that passed, of the voodoo priestess. He said, look, I'm the natural one all the power should be passed down to. I should be the leader of this cult just by the fact that I'm her son. Well, people got to vote on this, and no one wanted Willis to be the successor of his mother. They all felt that Lisa was the best one. But the thing about it, see, Lisa wasn't blood. She was brought into the family years ago when she was a stray. She was running the streets. At 17, they took her in, and she came like a daughter to the voodoo priestess. And Willis was always jealous of Lisa. Plus, her voodoo was really strong. So when this all happened, Willis got pissed off. Some dude named Justin had to grab his ass and throw him up against the wall and say, hey, motherfucker, you need to calm your ass down. Look, Lisa's going to be the successor. Stop tripping and behave yourself. I had to whoop that ass in front of everybody. Willis got mad. You know, he's a pretty boy trying to fix his jacket. All right, it's cool. You know, you mofos is tripping. I'm out. Do what you do, man. I'm out. He walks off. And this old ass man pops up out of nowhere. Start digging his holes. Hey, Willis, come here, man. Come here, Willis, boy. I gotta show you something, boy. He said, here, take this. And this old man was a voodoo priestess himself that was kicked out of the cult. And this makeup was bad. This was not an older man. It was a young man dressed with a wig, with gray hair and a fake ass beard. It was terrible, terrible makeup. But he's supposed to be an old man. So he gives Willis this bone, and Willis said, man, what's this? He said, man, it's bones, young man. Take it with you. It's powerful. Real strong stuff, man. If you're not afraid, then you can do this. Well, he said, Willis, no, he's a pimp-like type dude. No, I'm not afraid of anything, bruh. Give me this bag of bones. So Willis takes damn, excuse me. I have to apologize. I'm up here eating some rice and some chicken, you know, some Asian food with some juice drink to go along with it. And it's kind of spicy, and it got me caught up. Well, Willis goes to the crib with his bag of bones and opens it up and start doing this voodoo shit. This motherfucker pulls out a pigeon and chops off his head of the pigeon, and the blood of the pigeon is being spread upon these bones. He's doing all this voodoo stuff and preaching and, you know, saying stuff. Nothing's working. So he sits down, has a beer, and he's kind of, you know, distraught. Well, it worked. Those bones belong to Blacula. He rose from the dead alive again, and Willis is his first victim because Willis has his back to him. He don't know what happened. Blacula rolls up and smooth slid over to the side of the room and bit the shit out of Willis on his neck, and the opening credits start. That's how the sequel to Blacula starts. Then we cut to another scene where later on that night there was a big party, and Willis's girlfriend and all his friends, Elaine and Lewis, was all supposed to be there to hang out at this party, and Willis is nowhere to be found. So Elaine and Lewis, Lewis is a brother. Elaine is a white chick. I mean, blonde, blue-eyed white chick. So remember, this is 73. You got a brother dating a white girl. They go to this place where Willis hangs out, and he's nowhere to be found. They're knocking on the door. Yo, Willis, man, where you at, bro? You know we got a big ass party tonight. This dude's wearing a dashiki and shit. They get into the house, and this house looks abandoned. They're walking around. Now, by this time, Willis had turned to one of them Blacula motherfuckers. So you got Blacula and Willis running around with sharp ass teeth and pale faces, watching these two idiots walk around the house. Well, Blacula jumps up, grabs Lewis, and throws up against the wall and bites the shit out of his neck. Then Elaine still walk around. Lewis, where are you? Willis, where are you? And then Blacula comes up and Willis comes up, pale with fangs. This is gotta be one of the worst acting scenes I've ever seen in my entire life. This is a white woman screams and screams as these two Blacula motherfuckers are coming towards her and sandwich her. She screams and screams until she faints. Then, Louis Dracula bend over and starts sucking on that neck. 2 victims already. We cut to the party at this house. Everybody's dancing. They got that 70s music playing, You got Asians, whites, blacks, and Hispanics all hanging out dancing. It's a really cool party. Upscale. They have African art on display. And this is where you meet your main protagonist, Lisa, the voodoo lady. You see her again now at the party. And her and her boyfriend, who is Justin, the dude that kind of roughed up Willis earlier in the movie. They're walking around talking, and you got a man there with these African artifacts explaining everything. And Blacula walks in and goes, "No, that's not from that tribe. It's from a different tribe. Not the Ibani. It's from the Ibani tribe." He's schooling this dude. He's supposed to know about Africa and looking stupid. And Justin is so intrigued because it's his party. "Hey, man, you mind sticking around, bruh?" And Blacula responded, "Yes, I don't mind sticking around. Don't mean to intrude. I was walking down the street and I heard the good vibes and I wanted to stop in." And Justin's like, "Man, I'm glad you're here. Matter of fact, Lisa, show this brother around and see what you can find out what he knows about all the African art." So Lisa and Blacula are walking through this party. They damn near look like a couple because his vibe is so strong. Women are drawn to him, and all these fine ass black women are staring at him like, "God damn, who is that? I'm on some of that black love." And him and Lisa are vibing. And remember, she's a voodoo strong lady, and she's sensing something in him like, "You're very powerful and very knowledgeable." He says, "Lisa, I sense something in you. Maybe we should work together for a common goal, and you could help me with this quest that I'm on." She's like, "Cool, bet, I will." What is that? During the party, people are getting drunk and things are happening. One lady cuts herself trying to serve some food, and it spills and the glass cuts her arm. It's a real dramatic part. They tape her up and put some bandages on her. She goes upstairs. She goes, "Well, I'm tired. I'm going to go upstairs and rest." Blacula sees that blood and he starts sniffing like a dog. He's like, "Oh shit, I need to bite this bitch." So he acts like he has to leave because he's like, "Oh, Lisa, I have to leave right away. I hate to leave all of a sudden, but something's come up," because he was smelling that damn blood. So he hurries and walks out the front door, and then he double backs and go through the back and go upstairs where his lady's at, who is bleeding. And she has a little bandage on. She's looking in the mirror and she's trying to fix herself up and everything. Beautiful sister, by the way. God damn, this girl is fine. Blacula comes into the room, bites the shit out of her. Then he bounces. This lady comes walking downstairs distraught, and she faints. The paramedics get there, they check her. She's drained of her blood. Gone. Empty. Skin and bone. The next scene, you see her laying in a coffin at this funeral place, and who's there to send her off? Lisa. She's there praying, doing some voodoo stuff, And as she's doing this voodoo stuff, this lady rises up out of the coffin slowly. She's pale as a ghost. She draws fangs, and they're talking back and forth. Hi, Lisa, it's me. Don't be afraid. It's me, your friend. And Lisa is spooked, but at the same time, you know, she's looking at her best friend coming back to life. Come here, Lisa. Don't be afraid. Lisa's dumb ass walks over there, and that girl grabs her ass, starts choking her out, and about to bite her on her neck. Out of nowhere, Blacula comes out of nowhere like Superman. Dun da da da, saves the day. Lisa's like, oh my God, you saved me. What's going on? Lisa, I must explain something to you. There's something going on you don't understand. I need your voodoo power, and you can help me in the world of vampirism. She's like, vampire? Yes, I'm a vampire. I don't want to be one. I want you to take this spell out of me. I want to be a mere mortal man. And they have a strong connection. They're starting to fall in love. All of a sudden, Lisa is drawn to Blacula, and Blacula is drawn to Lisa. So they start working together. And then Willis is at the crib by himself. He didn't come to the party, obviously. His girlfriend comes over unannounced. Willis, where you been, baby? I miss you. You didn't come to the party. He's like, oh, come on in, baby. And Willis is looking normal. The minute she's lays on the couch, she's kind of tense. Hey, baby, let me give you a massage and relax them bones, baby, and relax that skin. Well, he's behind her rubbing her. This motherfucker starts turning to one of them Blacula motherfuckers. She turns around because he's choking the shit out of her. He's massaging her too damn hard. She goes, damn, baby, slow down. You heard me. She turns around. Yeah, motherfucker. I got you by the neck. Bites the shit out of her, turns her into a Blacula's. By this point, the cops are wondering what the hell is going on. We're getting all these bodies that's drained of blood. And you're like, okay, there's a vampire on the loose. Now, Justin has some ties with the police department, so he hooks up with them. They start combing the town, trying to figure things out. I mean, Blacula's walking around biting pimps. This one lady comes up, hey, baby, you looking for a good time? You looking for a date? He's like, excuse me, I don't need any company. This lady cusses him out. He goes, all right, goddamn, that lady was mean. The pimps come up, yo, dude, you look like you got some money, man. Since you turned down our bride, man, you owe us some money. Well, he beats these fools up and bites the shit out of them. He's biting the shit out of people in this movie. This movie is directed by the same guy and is better directed. But it's a shitty movie. is well directed, but it's a bad script and a bad movie. It was all about voodoo. And so by this time, the police department, Lisa and Justin gets together and realize, okay, Mamuwalde, that's his real name. Mamuwalde is a Blacula motherfucker. We got to stop his ass. And Lisa's like, no, I'm kind of torn in between because I'm falling in love. And it is stupid. So you get to the third act. Everybody comes to Blacula's house where he was at, and Willis is there, and everybody they bit has turned into some Blacula motherfuckers, women and men. The white girl, Willis, Elaine, all these people jump up fighting cops. You got cops and vampires fighting in the third act. It is horrible. Lisa gets caught up, you know, everybody's getting shot, everybody's getting bit. And Blacula is going off. And Blacula's like, you promised to take this demon out of me, Lisa. You have turned your back on me. Now I must destroy you and all your loved ones. And he is fucking everybody up. Well, she has a voodoo doll of Blacula. She pulls it out, gets this sharp object, starts stabbing the fuck out of it. And this dude is like, why, Lisa? And she keeps stabbing him and stabbing him and stabbing him. And the last time she stabbed him, he screams like this. And it stops. Freeze frame. Scream. Blacula Scream. That's how it ends. That's how it ties in with the title. This movie is terrible. Part 1 was a surprise hit. It was popular, but a year later, boy, they dropped the ball on this piece of shit. This movie is bad. The sequel to Blacula is terrible. It is a piece of shit. But hey, that's my review. I call it the way I see them. But it's free on YouTube. You know, if you got some time to waste, an hour and 41 minutes, you'll laugh your ass off because the acting is bad. Yeah, the white chick that gets bit later, That is the funniest scene in the movie. Her acting is so bad. It's like, I can't explain how bad it is. You just got to see it. Until next time, be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends, and more importantly, leave your comments down low. Now, if I offend you, then you don't understand me. But if I inspire you, then you will learn to love me. Peace, and I'm out. And it's just my point of view.